Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Seattle Mariners vs Colorado Rockies, Pittsburgh Pirates vs Arizona Diamondbacks, and Philadelphia Phillies vs New York Yankees, which are happening on Wednesday, July 21, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. Colorado might have a losing record this season, but it has been a much different team at Coors Field. The Rockies have consistently been taking care of business in their home ballpark. This game is going to feature a pair of pitchers who are not usually in the rotation. Seattle's pitching numbers have been just slightly better this season. The real difference in this game is Colorado's lineup, which is much deadlier than Seattle's. It is not hard to notice how bad the Mariners have been offensively this season. They are only scoring 4.1 runs per game with a total batting average of .219. To share some more stats of the Mariners, being bottom of the league they also have a .295 OBP. Majority of their runs are coming off homers as they have 115 in this season. The Mariners will need to get on base more if they expect to stay competitive. Coors Field is a place where the bats love to play at. The Mariners are a team that loves to knock the ball out of the park, and this looks like a good place for them to do so. With Jon Gray on the mound, however, this won't be such an easy task. The Mariners will need to get players on base this game if they want to put pressure on the Rockies. Colorado is going to need a remarkable second half of the season if it wants to get into playoff contention. The Rockies were disappointing the first few months of the campaign, going 40-51 heading into the All-Star break. They returned from the week off with a pair of losses against reigning World Series champions Los Angeles. However, the Rockies were able to salvage the series with a 6-5 win in 10 innings on Sunday. They had the day off before hosting Seattle on Tuesday night. Colorado is way behind in the NL West and is 13 games back of the second wild card spot in the National League. The Rockies are generally a good offensive team due to their hitter-friendly conditions and veteran lineup. They have been decent again in 2021, ranking number 12 with a team batting average of .244. Left fielder Raimel Tapia leads the team with 95 hits and a .282 average. Second baseman Ryan McMahon has 80 hits, while right fielder Charlie Blackmon has added 79. Blackmon hit a walk-off home run to win Sunday's game. They will be facing a Seattle pitching staff that is number 20 with an ERA of 4.43. Like the Mariners, Colorado is without several starters and has not announced who will get the nod on Wednesday. My betting advice for that game is to pick Colorado. I'm not sure Bumgarner's best days on the mound are behind him just yet. He's been hit or miss this season, but his peripherals still show some promise. The back's right-hander is striking out 9.32 batters per 9 innings of work, his highest mark since the 2016 season. He appears due for some regression in the second half after posting a paltry 60.9% strand rate in 13 starts, and this looks like a good spot for that to happen. Pittsburgh has yet to officially announce their starter for this tilt against the backs. Early reports indicate right-hander Max Kranick getting the nod. He has a 3.38 ERA and 0.88 WHIP in 2 prior starts this year. If Max does not get the nod, expect the Pirates to go with one of their bullpen arms to open up the first few frames. Check back closer to game time for a possible update. The perpetually rebuilding Pirates have been dreadful at the plate through the second half of this season. They rank bottom 5 in the bigs in runs, slugging percentage, and home runs. The lone bright spot has been rookie Bryan Reynolds. The 26-year-old is hitting .301 with 17 home runs and 53 RBI through 87 starts in center field for the Pirates and figures to be a key piece in the future. If their problems at the plate weren't enough, the Pirates have been equally as bad from the mound this season. They sit bottom 10 in staff ERA, WHIP, strikeouts generated and runs allowed. It has been a season to forget for the Steel City Pirates. Veteran left-hander Madison Bumgarner is scheduled to take the hill for the Diamondbacks at Chase Field on Wednesday. After a lengthy stint on the injured list, Bumgarner returned to the mound following the All-Star break and looked sharp in his first start back against the Cubs. He spun 6 innings of 2 hit ball, allowing just 2 runs, 1 earned, with 6 strikeouts, but still took a tough luck loss on the night. The 31-year-old southpaw is 4-6 with a disappointing 5.35 ERA in 13 starts this season. Bumgarner hasn't been the same pitcher since joining the Backs rotation in 2020. He is 5-10 with a 5.79 ERA in 22 starts since the start of last season, and he's in the midst of an up-and-down campaign. It's been all or nothing for the Backs lefty so far this season. He's given up 2 runs or fewer in 7 starts this season, but has surrendered at least 5 earned runs in each of his other 6 starts. He's also struggled at home, posting a 5.97 ERA in 6 starts at Chase Field this season. This will be Bumgarner's first start of the year against the Pirates. The Backs veteran has made 9 career starts versus Pittsburgh, going 3-5 with a 3.14 ERA in those matchups. According to Baseball Savant, current Pirates are batting just .263 in 21 plate appearances off of Bumgarner heading into Wednesday's contest. My betting advice for that game is to pick Arizona Diamondbacks. Asher Wojciechowski hasn't looked good in the minors this season. So it's a bit of a stretch to think he's going to suddenly light it up on the mound against the Phillies on Wednesday. This will be his first big league start of the season after going 0-1 with a 5.68 ERA in his minor league stint. That doesn't bode well against a Phillies team playing their best baseball in the month of July. No, Matt Moore isn't turning heads on the mound either, but at least he has 36 innings of big league work this season. He has also had a tough road stint with 2 of his last 3 opponents being top-ranked teams in their division. And yet, the lefty didn't blow his starts against the Boston Red Sox or New York Mets. He'll give another valiant effort that'll be kept intact by the bullpen. The Yankees have been too up and down offensively this season to constantly count on in games. They'll play well for one game and then lay an egg in the next. It's a common theme for a team with a revolving door of players coming and going without any real sense of an identity. The Philadelphia Phillies have been playing extremely well lately as they have won 5 of their last 7 games. However, Philadelphia lost its last game against New York by 2 runs on the road. In that game, Philadelphia's pitching struggled as it allowed 6 runs, while letting the opposition record 10 hits. However, that underwhelming pitching performance was unexpected since the Phillies are allowing 4.63 runs per game, which ranks 19th in the league. Now, Philadelphia will be looking for a much better pitching performance on Wednesday with another road game up next. However, the Phillies have lost 29 of their first 49 road games. The Philadelphia Phillies will be going with Matt Moore as the starter for this game, which should make fans extremely worried due to his results in 2021. So far this season, he has a 0-1 record along with a 5.25 ERA. On the bright side, he has a 3.97 ERA on the road as he has looked significantly better in opposing ballparks. Leading the Phillies offensively is first baseman Rhys Hoskins, who has looked solid at the plate up to this point as he has a .234 BA along with a team-high 21 home runs and a team-high 57 RBIs. In addition, he has recorded a home run in yesterday's game, so his power has translated well into Yankee Stadium. Unlike the Phillies, the Yankees are having another up-and-down month. They are currently sitting at 7-5 in the month of July following a recent dust-up of the Boston Red Sox. That closeout game in the Bronx is something they'd love to emulate in Wednesday's tilt with the Phillies. We can point to any number of problems for the Yankees: injuries, COVID, and just plain underperforming. But at some point, you have to accept the latter as being the biggest issue with the team. They just haven't performed up to their potential. That scary batting lineup is only frightening on paper alone. But there's still time to turn it around. Aaron Judge and Gio Urshela won't be around to defend Yankee Stadium against the Phillies, with both testing positive for COVID-19 last week. Judge especially being out is a problem considering he was the team's most consistent bat. Consistency is obviously the one thing lacking for a lineup averaging only 7.70 hits per game with a .285 BABIP. Perhaps the only saving grace heading into Wednesday's game against the Phillies is the fact that they've actually hit the ball well against lefties. That could open up opportunities for them to steal a victory with Matt Moore on the mound for Philly. The defense was exceptional for the Yankees in their effort to topple the Red Sox. Their rotation is sitting at a 2.25 ERA in their last 3 games. That's the sort of effort that would help them roll to a victory in this series. But they have an uphill climb with the team calling up Asher Wojciechowski to make his first big league start of the season on Wednesday. My betting advice for that game is to pick Philadelphia Phillies. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.